In this video, I will introduce Quickdapp. Quickdapp is a tool to automatically create a front-end UI for smart contracts. This can be very useful if you are doing a quick demo during a hackathon. Let's say we want to build a front-end for this smart contract. The first step is to deploy the smart contract. We will deploy it on a public testnet because Quickdapp requires a public network. Let's open MetaMask and pick the Sepolia network. I already have some Sepolia Ether in my wallet. Let's go back to Remix and we are going to open the deployment tab. In the environment dropdown, let's select the injected provider. This will deploy the smart contract by using MetaMask. Next, we start the deployment. We validate the transaction with MetaMask. Once the transaction is mined, we will see this box appearing here. And in this box, we will see this icon. That's the link to Quickdapp. Keep in mind that Quickdapp is only accessible if you deploy to a public network. If you use a local network, you will not see this icon. Next, we are going to configure Quickdapp. For that, let's click on this icon. This will open the Quickdapp configuration panel. On the top, you can configure the logo, title, and description of the frontend. On the bottom, you can configure the UI. You will see one box generated for each public or external function. You also have a drag and drop visual editor if you want to rearrange the position of the boxes. You can remove columns by clicking on the X icon, and you can also remove a box if you don't want it. Quickdapp hosts the frontend on a platform called search.sh. You will have to input your login and password for this service. If you don't have an account on search.sh, this will create a new account for you using the email and the password you provided. Search.sh is a free service, so don't be afraid to create an account. Then you can configure the subdomain for the frontend. Then you can share this on social media. If you already verify the contract on Etherscan, tick this box. This will add a link to the source code on Remix. Then with this option, you can disable the terminal. By default, Quickdapp will show a read-only terminal to give some feedback to users. And you can also choose different themes. Finally, you can click on Deploy. And after, you will see this success message as well as a link to the frontend. Now, anyone can access this URL to interact with your smart contract. So let's click on this link to see how it looks like. First, it's asking us to connect our wallet to the dApp. We have to accept. On the right, we can choose the wallet we want to use. On the top right, we can see the address of the smart contract. On the bottom right, we can see a link to the source code of the smart contract on Remix. You will only be able to see the source code if you already verify the contract with Etherscan. On the left, we can see the UI to interact with the contract. For example, let's try to read the data variable. It works. And now let's try to modify this value. We will have to confirm this transaction with MetaMask. We wait for the transaction to be mined, and we have this information in the terminal. Next, let's check the new value of the data variable, and we can see that it worked. So in just a few minutes, you deployed a front-end for your smart contract, and you can share it with anyone. Pretty neat. That's it for this video.